with city employees plus other non-city users like the JCs and other things. So going from 60,000 to 70,000, we've increased a whole lot of employees. But that was just a comment. You asked if who remembers it. I do. But what I do want to commend you for is that in the years that you've been here, you have selected very carefully a very good professional staff to support you. And the city has worked more like a business in the last 5 years than I've seen it in the last 42 years that I've been here. My question, we must have gotten a bunch of stimulus money. By not getting it next year, what kind of effect will that have either to our services or tax rate?
Okay. Well, thanks for your first comment. Actually, in the last in the 5 years since I've been here, we have become much more business-like. We've done performance measures, and I don't apologize for it. I came out of business school and chose not to go to work for Procter & Gamble. No offense to Fortune 500, but I wanted to work in the city I grew up in, which was Dayton, Ohio. Shadowed a city manager around and said business principles can be used in government, and you can, you know, we want people that are accountable as well as courteous. So the positions, by the way, that have been added, we're kind of like Walmart. We've rolled back what positions we've added in the last 5 years, but we have not rolled them back in the areas where we added them. We've added 2 fire stations, the first 2 fire stations in 50 years in Asheville, in those areas which were annexed and where the growth was experienced, south and west. We added 18 police officers in that 5-year period, and that's how we've been able to staff the downtown patrol. So we have a lot fewer folks doing the back office functions, and that's what businesses do as well when they have recession. Mid-management, professional types, admin people go. In terms of the state and federal dollars that we've been really as very proficient at obtaining, we won't feel the effects of the lag between the. There's actually a second phase of the stimulus package that hasn't been released yet. We've actually been working with some HUD, EPA, the federal alphabet soup. We've been working with federal agencies as they design the programs, which are going to be much more targeted, and we're actually in a really good position to vie and compete. The second round of stimulus funds are going to be much more competitive. And we feel at a great advantage because of what we've been doing and some of the plans that we have in place to qualify for those. But in terms of the first phase, we were very competitive in terms of getting Homeland Security dollars, transportation dollars, these energy block grants. Where we are right now is actually most of that money is in the pipeline. Contractors have been hired, and the work's just beginning. So you're going to see, you know, in the private sector, you should feel the bump, the ripple effect, the 4 to 5 times of, you know, a lot of these folks are local contractors as well. They're spending money, you know, the guys out and the ladies are out there doing the work. They're going to go to the Ingles with it. They're going to buy groceries. People are also socking money away. There is money on the sidelines right now, and that's eventually going to come into play for consumers as well as investors. But I don't think you've seen the full effect of the first round of stimulus. In fact, a lot of this work that's being done by DOT in the region on the highways is really just getting started. I mean, they're doing the what are those called, the berms, so they can take people off the main lane, cars off the main lanes, put them on the berms so they can reconstruct and resurface the main lanes. You see that going on several places on both sides of town. So, you know, the microeconomics of it are at work here. The short answer is you haven't seen the full impact of the first phase yet in terms of public projects. But there are other major projects that are just getting underway. You've got the Mayheck building, the groundbreaking that was just underway. You've got UNCA's finishing up their building on the campus. You've got the county that's proposed another, I don't know what it's called. It's a jail. Justice Center, and Life Safety Tower. So you've got significant public projects that are either funded by that, you know, it takes a while once you get the grant to get it under contract, get it out there. So now they're breaking ground and doing those projects are just underway.
Well, we're going way over time. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know. I was going to say we've got him here, and maybe we should go ahead and ask anything if we're willing to. Okay. Thank you very much, Gary. Let's give him a great hand. Cal?
Our meeting next week will be led by Larry McCallum, and it is our yearly honor to high school good citizens. Now, today in this room there are 43 people. If everybody comes next week, students, parents, counselors, principals, and so on, there'll be 42 more. It won't happen. But this room will be full of people. All of them don't know anything about Civitan. It's our chance to look good for them. The following weekend, on Tuesday, there is no meeting. Memorial Day. The weekend following that is June 8th. That will be our next meeting after this one coming up. Our speaker will be Louis Krause, the president of Habitat for Humanity.
With that, the meeting is adjourned.